Hello, for Forces Captain for reporting for duty, and today I'm going to do something a little bit, go back to more of my oddity stuff. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and this is Superpowers, Which Way number 4, which features Batman. And if we look here, that's great, Richard Wenck, Wenck, I could pronounce that wrong, illustrated by Jose Delbo, which I always tear up names, you know that, and this is the Doomsday Prophecy. Anyway, we flip this over to the back here. It says, Batman's fate depends on you. He's up against the craftiest criminals that ever tried to foil a crime fighter. The Joker wants to shrink him down to mouse size. Two-Face has a clever plot to uncover his secret identity. And the Riddler wants nothing less than the end of Batman Forever. But you can help Batman outwit his arch-enemies. You're in charge of the Caped Crusader, every move. But if you accidentally put him in dire danger, don't despair. You can always go back and choose another path. Or that'll put the villains behind bars and send Batman off on another thrilling adventure. And also says, look for these other DC Superpowers Which Way books. There was a Superman book, The Man of Steel, Supergirl, The Girl of Steel, and Justice League of America, available from Archway paperbacks. So anyway, this is says DC 1986. It's trademarked. And these are choose your own adventure. So if you're a fan of a choose your own adventure kind of book, if you never, this is called the Which Way instead. Here, this is a really cool kind of series too. And if you've been a fan of the channel, you go way back, you know I loved choose your own adventure type of books. I'm a big time reader. I always loved to read, and these were, it's like those text-based adventures on computers and things too. There's just something about the bit of the imagination, and you'd read this and you'd make decisions, and those decisions would lead you to what page you would read next. So it's absolutely amazing. They tell you, attention, Superpowers Which Way books must be read in a special way. Do not read the pages in order. Of course not. You have to read it in the way that follows the story. So you get cool pictures. Look at this. You can tell the time period for this, the Batmobile style. You'd read the page there, and based on the decisions you'd make, you'd change to a different page. Look at that. Some of them would be, oops, you screwed up. You shouldn't have went that way, and end the story fast. The goal is to get through and end the story in the best way possible. Some cool artwork along the way with the 80s series of Batman. So you see the artwork's pretty darn good here. Look at that. I love that. Look at that version of the Riddler as well. Absolutely a book that's a period piece for its time. But really, this was just a hoot of fun. A lot of fun. I don't have any of the other Which Way books. I really need to look for those. I'd love to know. Do you have any of the Which Way books, or did you ever read any? Do you remember doing these? I would read these over and over and over again. I'd probably spent hours and hours reading these type of books, being transported into different places in my mind, about being a superhero or adventure of some sort. No matter what kind of choose your own adventure style book it was always fascinating. And I wonder, do you have any of those? I remember, just being anywhere while waiting for something, I'd be diving into a book. Remember, video games back then, we had them. They weren't like they are today. There was a lot more imagination involved, and they were, people harp about the games being expensive today. And don't get me wrong, they are expensive. But back then, for what you get, they actually cost a lot more. They were very expensive. That's one of the reasons they were so hard, because you just kept flipping them and things, just limitations of hardware, technology, of course, but also because how else are you going to get your money's worth out of it? You had to get good, you had to practice and play that game over and over and over and over. I cannot stress that enough, until you got good enough to beat it. Whereas some of today's games you can finish off in 4 to 6 hours, right? I'm going to talk about it in the end of the month video. Little Frugal and I think we're going to do some kind of video where we talk comic books and games, not just reviews, but what we've played over the month. We haven't came up with a name for it yet. And that's one thing I'd love your help with. We're going to be doing this show. We think it's going to be a once a month show, where we just talk about the games we played, the comics we read, and things like that during that month. But we don't know what to name it yet. We've been collecting ideas. I don't know if I'm going to put up for a vote or not. I've been asking a lot of people. I still have no clue what to name it. So that's what we're going to do, is try to get a name for it. And I'd love to know what your opinion is. What should we name that show? Also, once again, have you read any of these books? What was your experience with them? We'd like to know too. Well, also, if you want to help this channel, we would greatly appreciate it. One of the best ways is just leave that comment, leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you want, you feel yourself in a position, we have links down below where you can help the channel too as well. If you enjoy oddity videos like this, by all means let me know. I still have more to do. All right, well, thank you, and until next time, keep it frugal.
Thanks for sticking with me through this. If you don't mind and you enjoy videos like this, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and even bigger, hit that notifications bell, because evidently that means a lot. Also, if you find yourself in the position that you can help the channel and you want to, you say, hey, I like this stuff. If you don't mind, go down to the info bar down below. We have a link for our Patreon, which you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month, which gets you special posts that are only for the patrons. So sometimes I do Frugal Force videos that are patron only, or special versions of videos. I also do random Frugal Force giveaways where I just take a random person out there with a random number generator. It selects who it is, and I send them stuff, whether it be games or comic books or both, whoever knows. And sometimes I even just ask you guys questions or shoot up a message, and I greatly appreciate you checking those out. Also, if you find that maybe that's not for you, you don't like Patreon, we have it in the info bar as well, a Streamlabs link there where you can click on that and just give a one-time donation, and that helps the channel. All those proceeds are going right back into the channel to help Little Frugal and I and his sister, the American Dream, my wonderful little girl, and our family continue to have fun doing this and sharing this with you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you for all the ones who have stuck it out with me this long, and all the new ones that have joined on too. Thank you. We greatly appreciate it, and don't be afraid to leave a message in the comments section too. We love to read them. All right, thanks, and until next time, keep it frugal.